Boost gauge installation on my Cat Eye.
Silverado. First thing we're going to be doing is running our vacuum line through the firewall. For that, I found a little plug here. You guys can see it's down here. I literally removed it, and there's a little opening. I'm going to slide this through there and back into the cab so I can install my boost gauge. Now we have it through the cab. We're going to run it back up to our boost pod right here. Now that I got my vacuum line through the cab and into the motor, now we got to make a little hole on this piece right here so that we can get this hose through and put it to our boost pod. All right guys, so what I'm going to be doing right now is shaping my boost pod. As you guys can see, it's not flush all the way, so what I'm going to try to do is put heat to it and shape it to my panel, and things will work out just fine. Now there's not a gap. Now it's shaped into my pod. Now we're gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna be putting some self-tappers. Now I'm gonna be making a hole to get my boost gauge line in there and our wire for our boost gauge. Just make sure that fits in there perfectly. Yep, that line's gonna fit in there perfectly for our boost gauge. Now we gotta run the wire in as well. We got the hole big enough, we can run our wire in and our boost line. Let's put all this back together and let's connect the wiring for our boost gauge. Now that we have both of these in here, let's go ahead and put our pod back and connect our boost gauge so we can tie it into the fuse box. We have both of those in there. Let's put our boost gauge on. For the plug-in, all you got to do is plug your pigtail in there, and that little line will tie into that, and that should be it. We now have the boost gauge installed. Now let's install the light and finish plumbing. This is what I'm going to be using to connect my boost gauge. I already took off the ignition switch, or the ignition switch fuse, which goes right here on this one right there. All we literally got to do is take off the fuse, put it back in here, add another fuse. Now it's all in. Now we're gonna go ahead and do is connect our boost gauge to this side of the wire, the red wire. All right, so now I have the red wire connected to the positive and my negative wire connected to a ground. And now my boost gauge turns on, as you guys can see. Now let's connect it to the supercharger so you can see how much boost we're getting. This is where we're gonna be tying our 1/4 inch line. It goes to a vacuum line from the supercharger where it gets boost into this line to the boost gauge. Just like that, our vacuum line is hooked up to the boost gauge. Now let's make sure we strap this down with some zip ties.